Hey, what's up, guys? Shane here with the Rice Creek Bushcraft. I got a new knife, something I wanted for a long time, but I end up finally getting one. This is the brand new model. I think they call it a Gen 3, but it's pretty awesome. Figure what we do today is we do some cutting tests, sharpness test, make some feather sticks, whatever, mess with this a little bit. So let me get the camera set up, stick around, we'll check it out. All right, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about the Microtech LUDT. This stands for Large Underwater Demolition Team. I think the original was just the Underwater Demolition Team, but this is the large. Apparently, it's not huge, but I just wanted to show you guys this up close, and we'll talk about some of the features, what makes it awesome. Obviously, we got to do some cutting. We got to put it through some use. So I'm going to get down here. We're going to mess with it a little bit. See what we think about it. All right, let me get down here. So first of all, let's cut some paper. We got to cut paper, right? So far I cut up an onion. I cut some potatoes. I cut some steak. I think I cut a package open. I don't know, I'm probably forgetting something. I've not done anything to the blade, so I can't say it's the factory edge. It's not factory sharp because I've used it, but this is what it's like after the little bit I've used it. And this is the first paper I've cut, honestly, and it just really glides through it. You can see how sharp it is. So Microtech uses M390 MK, which is, I guess, their proprietary M390. I don't know what they do differently to it. I don't know a whole lot about it as far as as good as regular M390. Is it better? Is it worse? I don't know. But we're gonna play with it and mess with it, and then we'll talk some more about the knife. Actually, let's talk about the knife a little bit before we get started. First of all, it just looks amazing. I mean, the blade shape is awesome. This fuller looks so wicked. It's got a great handle. I've got like medium, large hands, and you can see I've got still enough room here. So I'd say if you had large hands, you'd fit this knife, you know, probably back in this area, no problem. But it feels good in the hand. This texturing, initially I thought they were talking about it being like a grip tape, okay? So look at this. It's rubbery. It feels to me like a bed liner. Sorry, feels like a bed liner. It's kind of a little bit mushy. I heard other guys talking about, oh, tear your pocket up. Like, this is not going to tear your pocket up. You can literally take your thumbnail and put it into it. So it's not like sandpaper grip tape at all. It's just a nice little insert. It fits in there perfectly. Cool thing is they've got all regular Torx bits hardware. It's no more Microtech proprietary crap that you got to have a special tool for. It's got this awesome kind of geared looking back spacer. It's got a really nice pocket clip. I mean, it's not, you're going to have a little bit sticking up, but I don't know. That doesn't matter to me. In my line of work, I don't have to worry about having super deep pocket clip. But let's see what it looks like in the pocket. If I can do this. So you can see there's that much sticking up, you know, about 3/4 of an inch, maybe, yeah, probably about 3/4 of an inch. But out of the pocket, comes out real easy. It's got good tension. I like to pull up on the clip just a touch because it is a little bit tight to get going, and shove it all the way down. Now you can just shove it on there, definitely, but that's how it looks in the pocket. Okay, so some things I really want to talk about. Number one, the button, very smooth. Knife is very fast. Push the button back in, locks back in. It's locked, so it can't come open, okay? So you don't have to worry about it flying open. It's locked again. Push the button. Very quick deployment. It's got some really nice jimping throughout here and up on the thumb ramp. Not that I really ever use that for a folder, but I guess if you might need that. But for normal tasks, it's not something I really use. But it's cool. but it's just a great looking knife. And the main thing is, this thing is, I mean, I honestly always look at autos like they're kind of a little fragile, you got to be careful. No, this thing is a beast. And I actually watched on the Microtech YouTube channel. I think the guy's name is Ray, but he did some testing. He baton with this, like he beat the crap out of this thing. Yeah, I think he put it in mud and all kinds of wild stuff. And the lockup on this is just, you can see how it rides in there against that, you know, backspacer there, whatever you want to call it. But it's very solid. It's very solid. Like there's zero movement up and down this way. There's no movement. This thing is, I don't know if you can see how much pressure I'm putting on this, but it's just an incredibly solid knife. So let's do some cutting with it. We saw it cuts paper. I did have, so this right here is just a piece of fat wood. Thought we'd just bust this open. Obviously I'm not, you know, this is a $268 knife. I'm not gonna try to break my brand new folder because I really wanted one of these, but I think I don't know, the original, I didn't care for it. I think it was more of a closed design and it was just kind of boring looking. I know that sounds silly, but it was just kind of a boring knife, and for the money I thought, oh, there's better looking, nicer knives out there. But when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, now I definitely need to buy one of these. So just stuff you might do around camp, or you know, if this is all you have, you can obviously process up some small pieces of wood. Not that I normally would do that with a folder, but I guess there could be a situation, who knows. Make some little feathers with it. Obviously it does that, no problem. So you could get enough material pretty quickly to make a fire. Here's a larger piece of wood. Let's see if I can get in frame here and show you how it does. It's not very focused. Oh man. Yeah, that cuts pretty hard, pretty deep. This is pretty seasoned. It's been out here split for a year now. So it's pretty dry stuff. Now obviously this isn't really what this knife's designed for, but if it's all you have, you can see it'll work. I just mainly wanted, honestly, I wanted to show you guys this, just do some cutting, and then see how the edge held up after what I've done with it so far. Not sharpened it. And then all this cutting. Let's do a little chopping with it. There again, not something I'm gonna normally do with my folder, but you know, it's for YouTube. You gotta do dumb stuff. Obviously, not a chopper, but you can do it. Let's see how it feels. Yep, super solid. Still no movement at all, which there shouldn't be after that with a quality knife like this, but brought out some, I got some baling twine here. This is just regular stuff for hay bale, straw bales. Well, yeah, easy. Let's do it in half. No problem. Let's do it like 4 pieces. Oh, gotta get up on the blade there. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it has no problem there. This will be out of frame, but I'm gonna baton this big piece for the fun of it. Just a second. Ooh, that's a tough piece. Yeah, that's a pretty tough piece of wood. Yeah. Let's try a notch. Notch, no problem. No problem. Clean that up. Boom, boom. So, makes the notches, no problem. Can make feather sticks, no problem. Can take this fat wood, make this some fine stuff with this. Easy to get a fire going. Good looking knife. They make a Tano version, and the Tano version I wanted because it's got the black coating here and then inside this fuller. It looks awesome. Well, they make it with that coating with this style also, but the dealer didn't have one. He only had this, and then he had the Tano version. The Tano kind of comes up like this, okay, and it's almost a rounded Tanto. Okay, it's not like a hard 90. It kind of comes up, and this portion that starts the Tanto is almost round. So it's not terrible, but I just like this blade shape better for the stuff that I do. But yeah, this thing is, man, super solid. Awesome action. Just nice rounded edges. Everything's been chamfered off, so it feels good so far in use. Really nice looking chamfered lanyard hole. I think that looks amazing. Yeah, it's a nice knife. Let's cut some cardboard. That's pretty abrasive stuff usually. Try to dull this thing up some. No problem there. Ooh, yeah. Cuts that. Awesome. Woo. This thing's wicked. Yeah, sweet. All right, let's see if it'll still cut paper. Oh yeah, still just as sharp as when we started. I mean, I can tell no difference. Oh. I keep hitting it at the wrong angle, but it's still sharp, still super sharp. Yeah, I mean, for a folder, it feels really good as far as, like, so far. I haven't done a ton with it, but I don't feel anything. I think it's so rounded that there's no hot spots that I can tell at all. Everything feels good. Pocket clip, I don't really notice it. I can't really say that I feel it making any pressure, hot spots in my hand. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. It's an expensive knife. Like I said, this one is kind of the plain Jane. I think it was $268, but it's one of those knives, it's gonna last you a lifetime, and they have a lifetime warranty. But this thing is just, it's really built. I don't know if I said this is the scales are aluminum. I don't know, somebody can put in the comments. I think this is titanium, but I don't really know that for sure. I mean, it makes no difference to me whether it is or not. I just think it's a sweet knife. It's got a real cool look to it. A lot of cool design features. Just make it kind of unique. But yeah. Just thought I'd show you guys, see what you thought. Hope you enjoyed the video. God bless everybody, and see you on the next one.